What's going on, Coach? What was just sort of the message to the team, in the locker room after that game, after that
So proud of,
out coming back?
just proud of the way they came back, proud of the effort we gave. Um, it's really easy in life to just stop when it gets hard, and we we didn't stop. Um, I challenged them in the locker room at intermission, and they came out on fire, and couldn't ask for any more. Crying with all these people in the room, complete strangers.
Yeah, I mean,
1 second, Starnes.
I'll let him go. Let him
Okay.
take his call. I got stuff, but he can go first.
Okay.
Houston got time.
Go ahead, sir. Starnes.
uh, well, you mentioned that intervention. You mentioned challenging the intervention. What did you say, and what sort of changed, between that second and third set?
I thought we played defense utterly atrocious. In the kindest words possible, I told him we needed to get better. Dig more balls, block more balls. Stanford had their way with us for two sets. Our offense was doing well statistically, but when Stanford was hitting 524 in both sets, you can't win many games when that happens. So I challenged defensively. I know we didn't have a single block going in intermission, and I have no idea. I don't have a box, so I know we came back with a lot of them, right? Is that right? Did I lie? Nope. Yep, we had 11. So we didn't have a single block in the first two sets, and we had 11 to finish the match. So, and then Stanford didn't hit above 400, which is sad that I say it that way, but they hit 250, 240, and then set 5 kind of got away. But we challenged ourselves defensively, and we just did what we needed to do. And the two kids to my right just led us offensively.
I think back in the Texas game, you mentioned how you guys were close, and with this game, how much more does that sort of reinforce that statement, moving forward and things like
It just sucks that moving forward is not with the kids to my right. You can talk about the program moving forward, but that's not where I'm at right now. I'm not worried about what our future looks like. I'm worried about sending these guys off the right way. It sucks to lose, and unless there's only one person that's really happy at the end of this year. So, but to have the kids that we've had to kind of enjoy the goods. Yeah, I'm not worried about what our future is of Houston volleyball. I think it'll take care of itself. It's what you write and people in front of me write, and it's just about us, celebrating Kenna, Abby, Rachel, Nena, Bree, and Morgan. Can't forget Morgan. So that's what we're focusing on now.
If my memory has not faulted me, you guys were here last year.
Yeah.
Some of you guys.
We chatted.
Yeah. So how much did it help that you had seen, because it's the same squad we have back?
Yeah.
How much did that help you in preparation for this match?
Obviously didn't work much at all in the beginning of it. I think it was more of us understanding that we belong here versus, and we didn't play like it in the first two sets. And I think that there's this grittiness that we have to our team, and we needed to show that grittiness. And we were just playing the glamour part of volleyball, just scoring and try to score and try to score and try to score. But if you're going to try to win a game, you've got to slow someone down or stop someone. You got to play great defense. And that's what we had to kind of wake up a little bit and get to that grittiness that we've had for the last 5 years that I've been here and that Abby's been here with us. And once we got that tapped back in, we started to kind of get comfortable again. And I think it does help being in this building before. It did help winning in this building last night. But yeah, it's all kind of this participation trophy kind of feels of just getting where we are.
Was there anything specifically tactically you guys switched up and changed that allowed you guys to get back in this thing?
I challenged them. Honestly, it was testing their womanhood and testing their fight and resolve to this whole thing. And it could have went horribly bad. I knew that going into it, but the way we were going, we weren't going to be there long if we just kept playing the same way. So I challenged them and I walked out of the locker room. I didn't wait for an expression, wait for an answer. I left quickly. I felt bad because I was standing on the court by myself for a while, and they came out and responded. And guys, this coaching thing, when you do something, it's like throwing spaghetti at the wall and see if it sticks. And you'd hope to God that if you're good enough that you can, and you built the trust enough that it sticks longer and more often than not. So just, I mean, that's them, that's their response.
For the players to stop.
Every player, I guess, has a lot of ups and downs in their career, and to be a fifth year comes with challenges of its own, I guess. But going out here is like, I wouldn't go out anywhere else. That's how I would put it. I'd see the teams that are still playing and going to Sweet 16, and I don't care because I'm here. And I finally I want to keep playing volleyball after this, which is huge for me because it's been tough for me to kind of, I guess, convince myself that I wanted to keep going. And now I do. And I think that speaks volumes to how this year went and how much they've invested in me and just made me love it again. So,
Yeah, I mean, for me, I didn't even get recruited by Dave, but I mean, coming into Houston, I was like, well, here we go. I didn't know what was going to happen. And, you know, I've absolutely loved it. And to finish here, if you would have told me 5 years that we would be here, I would have laughed, like seriously. But yeah, it's a real honor.
You can make a run and then you can get stopped, which they did. Stanford went up and then we got it back and tied it back up again. But it's just this yo-yo that you play, and that if you don't ebb the right way, then move the right way, then it can get away from you fast. And the pressure is so high that you can't make back-to-back mistakes. You can't make the back-to-backs, and Stanford's too good of a volleyball team not to be there. So I think the way I said it happened to us before, that we ran out of time. If there's a game to 25, I think we'd have been a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more like, let's get to the next thing. But when it's the 15, it's just, it can get away from you quick. And we tried to manage the timeouts. We tried to manage it with a challenge that wasn't that close to being out, but you just try to get a chance to talk to your team and kind of calm them down. But, you know, there's a reason why Stanford's ranked and why they're a top seed, and they're going to host next weekend. So they're just good. And just the fact that we were in the ball game with them and we were challenging with them. I mean, that's all you want. You just want to make sure your team shows up, and we showed up. Maybe it took us 45 minutes to figure it out, but we showed up.